Hello, welcome. So, I don't know how many people watch the beauty community, but there is this thing going around how that Google picks my makeup or something. Well, Glam and Gore, Mykie, hello, I love you. She did Tinder picks my makeup. So what I did, since this is a book channel, I did Tinder picks my TBR for July. Got my boyfriend's permission at first. He thought it was funny, so I did it. As soon as I got all the answers, I deleted it because I don't need to be on it. But it was pretty interesting. I realized why I'm glad that I'm not on there anymore because people are annoying. But these are my answers and these are the books I'll be reading. So for this first one, I couldn't figure out any cool questions. So it was between, I was gonna ask, say like, hey, do you like Lainey or Taylor? And no one really said anything, and I kind of matched with a Taylor. My best friend's name was Taylor, my boyfriend's name was Taylor. So what I'm gonna do, I took two of her books. So if people picked Lainey, it'd be Daughter of Smoke and Bone. But if it was Taylor, it would be Strange the Dreamer. And going with Taylor is gonna be Strange the Dreamer. This is the only book I don't have, so this one's gonna be really at the bottom of the list. So that one's still like, if I do get to it, that's what I'm gonna read. The next one, my question was, do you like carnivals or vampires? And then if they pick carnivals, I would read Legendary, and then, which is the second book to Carval. And then if they pick vampires, I would read Betrayed, which is the second book in the House of Night series. So the first, I like the first one I did. Thomas, thank you. But I was like, hello, I have a question for you. I did that a lot, and they were like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean I have a question? I'm like, can you just answer the question? It'll be fine. So he was like, he was one of the few people like, okay, I got it. And then I was like, would you rather hang out at a carnival where someone steals your sister or go to a school full of vampires, but you are the greatest one? And he was like, I'd rather whip the shit out of the person that stole my sister. That was probably the best answer. I think I liked him the most. It was funny. So Kyle was like, do you have a band-aid? But I didn't answer his question, and I was like, do you like vampires? And he's like, I do. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure you like vampires? And he's like, yeah, why? And so he picked Betrayed. But I asked Benjamin, I was like, hey, I'm running out of questions, so I was like, which sounds more interesting? And he picked Legendary. So I'll be reading Legendary. I was saving up like gift cards for Amazon to buy it, but then I was looking at Walmart and I couldn't find it at the one by my boyfriend's house, but the one by my house, it had it. I also bought Carnival at Walmart on a whim, so you know, keep it up and just buy the second one at Walmart. So I'm really excited to get into this. I've been wanting to read it since it came out, so this will be number one. For the next one, I kind of want to reread Sarah Deason books. And cause I read a lot of them in high school, and I know they're like really cheesy, and I love that. They're like very predictable, but it's okay. So, but there's books I haven't read yet, so I was either between Just Listen and Lock and Key. And the first guy, Kyle, I was like, he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about changing my name. Do you like Annabelle or Ruby better? Like, what's wrong with Tori? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with Tori. I just need a backup name, you know, just in case, you know, I go out to the bar or the club, and they're like, hey, what's your name? Which one should I use? And he picked Annabelle. I had somebody pick Ruby. I was like, if you had a daughter, what would you name her, Annabelle or Ruby? They picked Ruby. So it was neck and neck. But then I asked, if you were a girl, would you name yourself Annabelle or Ruby? And he was like, I pick Annabelle. I'm like, okay. So we're going with Just Listen. I have that one on my boyfriend's old school Kindle. So I thought I'd be reading this one. I will also be reading the other book that I'm reading. So the next, I guess I said this in my books, popular books I haven't read yet, but I haven't read Harry Potter yet. My boyfriend's very upset with me. So that was on the list. It was either going to be Three Dark Crowns or Harry Potter. And then my questions, okay, so I liked this pickup line. I thought it was funny. My boyfriend thought it was funny. But Mark was like, I'm going to file a complaint with Spotify because they didn't list you as the hottest single of the month. I'm like, thanks. That's actually really cool. And I was like, oh man, I better get on that. What should I use as my defense? A crown or a wand? And he was like, I think you should go with the wand because wizardry is the only possible explanation of how cute you are. I was just dying, laughing. I showed it to everybody. I'm like, hey guys, look at this. Look at this. What would you look at that? Also, there's this other girl who didn't really understand what I was doing. She was like, hey, I was like, hey, I have an important question. And she's like, what's up? Would you rather be a queen or a headmaster? Which one would you pick? Just pick one. And she's like, well, I'm not sure I understand. And she was like, just have to pick one. I'm like, she's like, a queen. So, okay, 3 dark crowns. And so I was like, well, it was a tie. So I was like, hey, Taylor, boyfriend Taylor. I was like, which one should I read? He's like, Harry Potter. I'm like, okay, I'll read Harry Potter. So, also reading Harry Potter. I'm a old school Kindle. Cool. I only picked 4 books for this month because I'm still trying to read books from last month. I'm also doing a readathon this month, which is only a week, so reading a lot of books in a week, that is going to be difficult. That my TBR for that will be up soon, probably this week. I'm trying to film a lot this week because I have been absent. Yes. I had fun doing this. It was actually really fun. I wasn't going to buy likes, so I was just liking until it stopped. And then sometimes I would be like, I didn't want my likes to run out, so I'd be like, no, yes, yes, no, 3 times, yes, 3 times, no, twice. It was just a weird little thing I was trying to figure out. But I was gonna do it, like sit down and film this and do it, but because of those books, I was trying to get the books before July. I already went ahead and did everything. And so that way I'm telling you my TBR. This is fun. People on Tinder are very, very interesting. I hope you like this concept. I hope you like how I'm doing my TBR a little bit differently. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!